Vintage Barbie showed up today. About today, I got in some vintage Barbies. I've got a Barbie from Korea. I've got all kinds of hangers, boots, little booklets, some clothes, a place to hang your clothes, and a little accessory box, as well as one of the Barbies from the early 60s. And this very cool Barbie doll case. Now, what is worth the most? Well, let's find out. Now, we did get these Barbies in from one of our great friends, and he is a surveyor. And if you ever meet a surveyor, just say, "Our survey said..." Don't say that. They hate it. They've heard it 1,000 times. There's a lot of famous surveyors out there, like George Washington, Mason, and Dixon, but they've probably all heard that joke. Well, maybe not George Washington, but you know what I mean. Now, what does a surveyor do? He tells you if your neighbor has his dog pooping on your property. That's basically what he does. So if you want to know, he'll tell you if they've crossed the line. Now, Barbies, what is worth the most? Is it this case, this cool case looking Barbie? This is from 1963. Is it one of the original Barbies? Now, she's an interesting Barbie, and we'll talk about her in a second. Or is it this Barbie? This Barbie is made in Korea. Now, she says 1950. Oops, she says 1958 right there. Does that mean she's from 1958? No. And let's find out. Now, accessories. We've got some hangers here, and these look like maybe some handmade clothes. Maybe Grandma made them. You know, for Barbie, when she's cold, because she's in a swimsuit there, she probably needs something. It looks like this was one of the first attempts at making something. I don't know what this is. I don't think that's going to be worth the most, but we'll find out. But clothes are going to be very collectible. If you can take the time and you can figure out what all the clothes are for Barbie, that's where a lot of your money's going to be. We have a couple pairs of pants. This is a very skimpy thing, Barbie. Come on. I don't even think that. So I don't know if these are Barbie, but an expert will know. This one obviously has, now that's a cool little hat with some of the 60s stuff is very collectible and very, very, very cool. This looks like Mussolini's hat. I don't know if that is, I don't think there's a Mussolini Barbie, but I don't know everything. So is it the clothes that are going to be worth the most, or perhaps some of the accessories? We have cool accessories. Now, Barbie has some cool boots, and for every color she wants here. These are little snow boots, some sandals, some high heels, and some hangers. I have seen some of the hangers. They can sell for, about $1 a piece in big lots. These are all red. They did come in different colors. No clue. These little high heel shoes, they're in, a mirror. See, you can see how Barbie looks. And it's even monogrammed. Now, this particular case, this is a doll case. The doll case is a Barbie doll case. It's a standard of excellence. Well, of course. Now, back then it cost $249. And there were dads complaining about that price. But $249, they wouldn't complain today. It'll tell you everything we have in here, as you can see. It's partitioned for the doll, so the doll can stand there. Hangers, clothes. They can't get kids to hang up their clothes. That's why all these hangers are down here. All the clothes are on the floor. And they hung up the 2 sweaters from Grandma that they never wear. There's accessories for boxes for gloves, shoes, vinyl satin, and electrically sealed for durability. I don't know if that's true. It's probably magnets. Heavy gauge vinyl, because we all need heavy gauge vinyl. It's Stander's Plastic Company, so this is cool. The tag, I think, is pretty cool. That goes with this particular box. So what is worth the most? Well, it's not going to be the accessories, as we know, and you would put these in a lot and hope to get, if you could get $1 a piece for a pair of shoes or anything else, I guess that would add up eventually, but that would be something that you would do. This doll case is super cool. Now, it does say Barbie accessories, and if you pull this out, just in case you have Midge, who is Barbie's best friend, Midge, you can have her accessories as well. Looks like Shelly wrote her name in there, which I think is pretty cool. Now, let's get back to clothes. This is Barbie, and this particular Barbie, this particular Barbie is known as a bubble cut Barbie. You see, she has short hair. This Barbie has long hair. Most Barbies have long hair. And this one has short hair. This is called the bubble cut. The bubble cut, it was inspired by our First Lady, Jackie Kennedy, way back when. And if you have this pillbox hat and this outfit, it's probably worth more than everything we have here. But this is a cool doll case. It does look complete. It is from 1963. It's awesome. Now, this particular Barbie, is this Barbie worth the most? Now, this one's from the early 60s, as we said, the bubble cut. And she's in a swimsuit. You know, Barbies, I don't know, Barbies are always on their tippy toes. Now, this one has painted nails, which I think is nice. Nice job, Barbie. Now, this Barbie, we did not know what this Barbie was. It says 1958 on the back here. Does that mean she's from 1958? No, it does not. I am not from 1958. This particular Barbie, after further research, is from the early 70s. She was made in Korea, and she never made it to the United States. This was sold in Canada as well as Europe. Apparently, the immigration laws did not allow her to make it over to this country. But just because it says 1958, a lot of them say 1966. That's just the copyright date of when that mold was made. That is not how old they are. This particular Barbie is in her, she's probably 60 now. And what is worth the most? Is it the one that didn't show up in the United States or the one that's been here for 60 years? Now, as we talked about the clothes are cool. And you'd have to go through the clothes and find out. That's probably where a lot of your money's worth. But I also got these cool little tiny booklets. Now, there's new Alan. I've never even heard of Alan. Alan has apparently, he didn't last that long. That is Ken's friend. This is from 1963. So he had a friend, and then you could see all the different outfits, different countries around the world. You know, $2.50 for Ken in Holland. $3 for Barbie in Holland. Well, it's just more expensive. And then you have Barbie in Hawaii and Ken in Hawaii. There's nothing for Alan. Maybe that's why Alan didn't work out. Now here's Ken and Barbie. Now her best friend is Midge. There's Midge, Barbie. And of course Ken's looking a little jealous. And there's different things here. Ken, Barbie, do not accept imitations. I think that is good for anything that you do. Now you can just see the different outfits. Now you could take these booklets and find out what outfits. There it is, the red flare. That's the one's worth the most. And it's got a little purse and shoes and gloves. If you have that, you have more than you have here. But just different outfits that you could get for Barbie. And then, of course, Ken, he's a dashing fellow. I didn't realize Ken had briefs. He's not boxers. He wears briefs. Well, now we know. In case you were wondering, there's football Ken, baseball Ken, and morning Ken. And there's tennis Ken. Now, Ken and Barbie have been boyfriend-girlfriend for a long time. Ken, it's about time you pop the question. And you already have a best man, Alan, but who knows what happened. Now, there's also this one here, Barbie, Ken, and Midge. These are the most well-known. And then there's our friend Alan. Skipper is the sister of Barbie and Scooter, which is a great name. Scooter, and there's different fashions in here as well. Matinee fashion. Matinee. That's what you used to wear to the movies. If you wanted to go to a matinee, that's what you would wear. Not anymore. So these are cool little books as well. Are they worth the most? Well, upon further research, if you had the clothes, if you know what the clothes are, some of the clothes can go for good money. I don't know if it's any of these. Now, these particular things, they're cool, they're nice, but no, these aren't worth the most. They are pretty cool. These things, we know that they can, what they can sell for. You put these as a lot, hoping to get certain amounts of money. Now, I thought this was very cool. I thought this particular Barbie doll case was cool, but this isn't even in the running. It's down to these two Barbies. To Canadian European Barbie, and of course bubble cut Barbie. Now, which do you think is worth the most? Well, she didn't make it to this country, and she didn't make the top of the list, but that's okay. She's still a good Barbie. And there she is there. It is Bubble Cut. Bubble Cut Barbie. And she doesn't look like the regular Barbies there. But this is worth the most because these are a little bit more rare. If you had the brown hair, it'd be worth a lot more. But this one has kind of a blondish hair here. So what is this one worth? Out of all these things, I've been able to find that the last one sold of this one...
Survey said...
about $50. So $50 for one doll. $50 for one doll. You could probably get 10 to 15, 20. I mean, you have to hold out. This would be something that I would put in a lot. You can sell this particular Barbie separately, but it has all kinds of cool things, some handmade things, and a bunch of hangers on the ground, just like in real life. So thanks for watching. Thanks for our surveying friend for bringing this in and for his bungee jumping adventures. We appreciate it. We appreciate everything we get here at Great Finds. Thanks for watching. And Barbie says, thanks.